Hi guys and welcome back to another DrAce video, and today we're going to be playing MotoGP 23 and it's time for round 3 of our Moto3 career mode. It's time for the Circuit of the Americas. It's the Americas GP. So in pole position for the Circuit of the Americas, waiting for the red lights to go out, waiting patiently, and away we go. So we do have an extra objective for this weekend, and that is that we need to defeat Diogo Moreira. Now, of course, if you haven't watched my previous videos here in Moto3, then I'm about to spoil the results. So maybe leave now before I spoil them. But for those who are still here, of course, very successful so far in Moto3, winning the last race in Valencia by the ways of red flag after the wet weather circumstances went worse. And of course, dominant in Portimao and stealing the victory in Argentina in quite possibly a thrilling battle. Oh, goodness me. Holgado around the outside there. And I also want to say that I have taken all of the comments on board regarding the length of the race. It is still effectively a 50% race or 11 laps. It's just that the track here in the Circuit of the Americas is, of course, a very long lap. So it's going to be just 9 laps as we... Whoa! Wasn't expecting Holgado to break so early there and so firm. That was a massive mistake, and a bit of contact coming out of turn 11. Rubbing is indeed racing. But guys and gals, yes, we're sticking with 50% races. I think they've been fantastic. Really gives me a chance to battle the AI as much as possible. And of course, keeps you guys entertained as well. So that's all a win for a win and a win. So a little bit concerned with how early this started to break here going into turn 12. I will reiterate if I haven't mentioned it so far, but I am playing on 120% difficulty here in COTA. I was able to do that difficulty in Portimao, which we dominated. Oh, goodness me, look at that move from Ortola. Fair play. I'm going to try and get him back into the left-hand side, but I can't. I'm pretty solid into turn 15, so I'm going to be looking up the inside once or twice in this Grand Prix, let me assure you. However, yes, 90%, 85, whatever it was in Argentina. It was a thrilling, tense battle as now Moreira comes up on the inside. Maybe he's been given the same objective that we did. But, oh, wow, no penalty. I cut the corner there. Certainly should have been a metaphorical slap on the wrist, but I'm pleased to say 120% difficulty AI for this video. I have to keep changing it as I go. And what I've been doing is I've been doing a practice session, doing a lap, seeing what lap times I'm getting, comparing it to the AI, and then making the decision there. Thankfully, I was pretty competitive from the beginning here in the Circuit of the Americas. So, sneaking back up on the inside, at least attempting to get through on Ifan Ortola. Of course, have been very successful in Moto3 in real life this year. Not as of recently, but start of the season, of course, he was very, very solid as we now approach turn 4, really pulling in time to the number 48 ahead of us. One more higher than me, of course, from the 47 to the 48 is him. Oh, Moreira out of nowhere. I have to be really careful in the 6th corner there. We're a sitting duck, just opening the doors and opportunities for the KTMs as Moreira. Wow. Bloody hell, he got close to that, didn't he? I thought he was going to go down there. I did see them go down there a few times in the practice and qualifying. It wasn't enough to stop my laps, but here we go. Up on the inside, almost running across the boot of Diogo Moreira, but the Brazilian fights back. The XPD boost will be out in a second as it got caught on the rumble strip. That is the new physics though. That's the feeling of these bikes when you bring on the acceleration. They just want to sit up and go into a neutral position. It can be a bit of a pain, but nonetheless, we're still on it and we're still going to be charging at Diogo Moreira. We're going to try and late break like as possible here. We're going to go really last to the late breakers. Sneaking up on the inside of Holgado. It's 2 for 1. The buy one, get one free offer into turn 12 here in the United States. Look at Holgado going around the outside. Moreira up on the inside. So those 2 positions I gained have now gone as I'm going to try and force my way through up on the inside of Moreira. Oh, rubbing his... Oh, more contact there. Goodness me. More barging and pushing around here in America against the Brazilian as he once again gives me a bit of a punt. So clearly the AI has got no respect for the Doctor. Of course, after winning 2 out of the 2 races this season, of course, the last race of the Valencian ground in the last season. Yeah, I guess they do want to really try and beat me as we sneak up on the inside of Moreira. That's a beautiful move. Bit of a block pass. If only the AI was sort of aware that I was coming through then. we would have had that situation. But down to power setting 2, might be time to move up to power setting 3, but I'm just tentative about how much fuel we use. One of the... Oh, this is late on the brakes. Can we sneak up on the inside? Holgado. Oh, that's close. Almost contact with the Red Bull KTM Tech 3 team. They won't be happy. Holgado looking solid in the early stages of this race, but I did notice that in our sort of disadvantage for the 658 Squadra Corsa team is that... Oh, more contact with Holgado. Oh, a bit of gesticulation there, but it does say that we have a high fuel consumption. So unfortunately for us on the Honda, we do burn through the fuel rather quickly. But I didn't notice that effect in Portimao, and I certainly didn't notice it in Argentina either, but we have been very conservative as the rider. I'm not putting power setting 3 on unless I really need it. Yellow flags behind us, which won't affect us and Suzuki ahead of us. But there has been crashes behind us in that part I mentioned where crashes have occurred before. So coming out into the long straight, we might need power setting 3. I'm trying to hold on as long as I possibly can without using the third option, but as you can see, Suzuki's charging through. I think it's time. Let's use it. Let's go into power setting 3 and let's fight back against the AI. So charging onto the brakes. Wow. Really, really firm. They're using the front, using the rear, just trying everything to stop the Honda. We did get the job done, and now into turn 13. The opportunities are still arising. Ethan Otola still leading the way, of course, victorious here in the real Moto3 race. As we now dive into the left. Oh, I was trying to go for a really tight apex there, but I just couldn't get it right with Diogo Moreira being ahead of us. So back over to power setting 2 because it's a tight, twisty section. This we don't really need the third option, but you better believe I'm thinking to put it back on, especially for the long straight and the uphill braking part for turn 1. Back ahead of Tatsuki Suzuki, lovely clean move. This will put us on a good lap time as well, guys and girls. So into the left for turn 20, the final corner here in COTA. We come out with quite a lot of power, and across the line it is a 2:18.308. That is almost 1 second slower than Ryusei Yamanaka behind us, who's currently in 6th position. Wow, what a lap time for the Gas squad. That is fantastic. And he is charging. We had the rivalry with him in the debut season last season, in the first parts of the Moto3 career mode. But there is Yamanaka, and he wants to get involved. So I'm going to lose a bit of... Oh, Holgado! Oh, contact made again. Gesticulation from all the riders. Hands and everything's waving to Suzuki. Whoa! That corner. We're just not confident. Not quick enough in that corner. The AI just dominate us into turn 6 and beyond. Here comes the Gas man. The Sol Union Gas rider of Ryusei Yamanaka. Good to see him on a solid bike. The Japanese rider doing a stellar job. Not friends in the game apparently, but I'd like to be friends with him in real life. He's a proper smiling fella. Very like myself, to be quite honest with you. But coming out to turn 11, almost contact. Whoa, wheelie, wheelie, wheelie. Oh, caught on the wheelie there. There's no anti-wheelie here in Moto 3. Tried to get a wheelie last time in Portimao and I couldn't get it right. But here we are, making wheelies in wacky shapes without even trying. So now it's down to the power setting 3 to get me back into the fight. We have been able to claim the position back from Ryusei Yamanaka, and therefore up into 5th position. With Suzuki ahead of us, part of our rivalry, I'm still trying to defeat Suzuki so I can get more parts of the 658 Squadra Corsa team and a bit more belief from the guys back in Japan. So into the left for turn 15. Tatsuki Suzuki, a bit messy coming out to the left-hand side there, but we're still right on the tail of the Honda. Always looking to be the top of the pile when it comes to the Honda riders. And so far we've done it every single Grand Prix. Into the right-hand side, that's too early. It's too tight to the apex. We're losing time to the AI ahead of us. The 120% difficulty is proving to be difficult here in COTA, and I'm happy. I'm pleased that it's going to be like that. It's not easy and fun to stay so concentrated when the AI is so slow. Struggle with that and ride 4 sometimes, but here in MotoGP 23 when the difficulty's right, I really enjoy it and I'm really focused in on trying to get the best result we possibly can now. That's not a particularly good lap time. I was well into the 2:17s for my fastest lap times in practice and qualifying, and they were good enough for pole position. So I do not doubt that if we stay on power setting 3 with the tyres being at an optimum temperature, we can get into the 217s, and you know what? I think it's required to get back against these 4 ahead of us. Suzuki's looking good, but he's also not closing in on the trio at the front. Holgado, Moreira, Ortola. I see a shadow to the left-hand side of the screen there. Goodness me. Yamanaka couldn't wait for the lunge, could he? He just couldn't help himself. He has really cost himself and me time. That's a big mistake from Yamanaka. Too eager, too early. If he just held on, we could have worked together to try and chase down Tatsuki-san. But now, I'm not bothered. I'm not going to help you, Yamanaka. Stay with me or don't. I'm not going to start tapping the seat unit as we get another strong wheelie. I probably could do with just upshifting a little bit quicker coming out to that left-hand side. But we do go on to the long straight. I don't think I'd say long enough time to describe this massive straight. But firm on the brakes when we get to that second or third white strip on the right-hand side of the screen. I'm going to try and stop the bike. Ooh, I went really firm on the rear brake to try and stop it. Can we dive up the inside of Suzuki? That's a tight apex of 13, but it's not good enough to move out the way of the 24. Into the left. It's a late braking move. It's clean. We got through, but it's still neck and neck. We haven't quite dispatched of the Japanese rider behind, but you better believe the whole system's go now, and I'm feeling pretty damn confident here in COTA, getting my rhythm and groove back. I tried to say both of those words together at the same time there. Completely messed it up. So into the left-hand side for turn 19. This is an improvement and more. 9/10 of a second we're going to be improving by. Strong coming out of the final corner and across the line with the fastest man on circuit, a 2:17.4. 2:16s could be in our very near future if we get the right circumstance and Suzuki doesn't start messing me around. I guess we'll find out if he's going to try a deadly lunge like Yamanaka did on the previous lap. So another wheelie coming out of the second corner there, or at least the first, should I say, into the drop into turn 2. And now for the change direction into 3, brake just gently into 4, and then back across to 5. Oh, look at Ortola! Ortola's down! Oh, goodness me! Deary me, he really tried to hang on to that, and he couldn't hold it. Wow, what a save that would have been if Ortola hung on. It's a good effort, but sadly not good enough as we now go to the left-hand side. Look at Holgado up on the inside of Moreira, stealing the victory, or at least the victory contention at the stage of this race. A couple of riders going down behind us, and I see David Munoz going up to 7th. That's not a rider I want in pursuit. And I'm not going to assume as I just get another wheelie coming out the left-hand side there. But it's hard not to question what happened there. You see Munoz dive up a couple of places, and about 4 riders went down. I'm not going to make any accusations, but who knows what's happened behind us. So firm on the brakes we'll go with them for another very fast sector into turn 12. We've got the bit between our teeth here, biting the bubble behind the Honda. And it's now the 2 KTMs leading at the front. We've got another Honda behind me, and with the is it the QMF bike now? It's basically just a KTM, but Joel Kelso in there in 5th position. So strong out of turn 15. The gap to Moreira is shrinking. Of course, it was around 5/10 of a second. It was much bigger than that earlier on, but we have closed in. And this could be putting us in a sniff of a 2:16 lap time. What an effort that has been. What a way to bounce back as well. I thought I was dead in the water at one point there, but thankfully Power Setting 3 came to our aid. Now into the left-hand side for turn 20. Go tight to the apex here and make sure they get the right drive to keep on the gas across the line. It's another improvement. A 2:17.3. What an improvement that is. And that will set us up quite perfectly for the last 3 laps of this Grand Prix. Very late on the brakes there going into turn 1. This hard rear and the medium front at this stage feel fantastic. Love the way the bike and the tyres really get into their own as the race progresses. Into the left for turn 3. This is where we can close it. Look at the right Dainese boot just going out and kissing the tarmac ever so slightly. This is opening opportunity. Holgado's letting his tension get the better of him. The temerity of the young man to push Moreira out the way there was quite aggressive, but here comes Moreira. He's going to squeeze me into turn 8, and there comes Suzuki-san. It's not working out too well here. Suzuki loses a position, and so does Diogo Moreira. But Daniel Holgado has now got half a second lead after that confrontation we had with the two riders behind us. I'm going to try and go late on the brakes here into turn 11. Quickly upshift a second. That's the key. That's the key. Look how much different we are coming out of that left-hand side. That is massive. Quick upshift a second is the key. You heard that from me first. So into the left-hand side for turn 12. Is this our opportunity to retake the lead? It is. It's been a long time since we last led the Grand Prix. At least we led briefly a moment ago, but of course it wasn't for long. And now into the right-hand side. The gap is on the top left-hand corner of your screen. Forget about the gap. Never mind about the gap. Holgado has forced his way through. And now he claims a position. Going to try and retake the lead and redo the favour. I'm not able to do so at this stage of the Grand Prix. Moreira, he's going backwards. He's now slipped down to 4th place. He's not too far behind. He's what, a second behind from the graphic on the right-hand side of your screen. So my two rivals that I'm aiming and certainly challenging to beat here are right behind us on circuit. And that will keep things interesting. But I'll tell you what, this race has been everything and interesting. It's been absolutely fantastic. And we are about to start the penultimate lap. And there comes Suzuki-san again. He's going to force us deep into turn 1. I'm going to have to be really late on the brakes to deter the Japanese rider from stealing my second place. But guys, now I've got the chance. If you're enjoying this video, be sure to hit the like button and subscribe. Because I can assure you, it's not easy this. This has been one hell of a challenge as we get another wheelie coming out of turn 1. But I'm all for the challenge and I'm all for the entertainment. So I'm hoping you guys are appreciating and enjoying it as much as I am right now. But into turn 3, very strong, very tight to the apex of turn 4. Back across to turn 5. Launching across again to turn 6. With Holgado going for that wider sweeping line. I'd love to try it, but unfortunately for me, in the physics the way it works for us, it doesn't quite work that well. So unfortunately for us, it's not going to happen. I'm giving you the best I can at this stage of the Grand Prix. But now, oh, Holgado! No! He's lost the front! What a save! Oh, he didn't save it! He went, oh no way, he took out Moreira and he took out Joel Kelso. This has quickly turned into a battle of attrition here in America. Wow! I thought he'd saved that. I really thought he'd saved it. What an effort though. I've seen that crash before in the practice. I wasn't expecting to see it here. And somehow, he's still in 3rd place. What the hell? How has he done that? Goodness me, that was insane. That was unbelievable. But we're now going to try and fight back at the front again against Suzuki-san. No love lost, but also at the same time, I have been replying positively to Tatsuki's comments on the social media. He's a nice guy, and of course, a very positive chap, just like us, and there's no need to be fighting fire with fire as we sneak up on the inside. Look at that. Oh, the change around, though. The cutback. Got to give credit for that one as we make more contact. Both riders here. Honda will be looking away. The Japanese manufacturer not going to be enjoying this scrap because it is a serious battle of attrition and a battle of the ages here in Moto3. I don't know what it is about COTA, but in every single season I've done in MotoGP games, COTA has been fantastic when it comes to Moto3. I've always had a cracking race, and yet again, here we are in 2023 having another belting race. This has been fantastic. What an action-packed race. You just can't ask for any more. Well, I guess you can. You can sneak up on the inside of Suzuki and take over at the front. Is this our chance to shine? We've got so much fuel available. I'm going to go for it. We've had our fun. We've had the entertainment. Now it's time to take the 25 points. Could this be 3 out of 3 for the opening rounds of the season? What a start. This could be it. Into the difficult turn 6. I knew I was going to lose time there. Suzuki was extremely quick as we made more contact going into turn 7. And now into turn 8, Suzuki has the position. Beautifully done, but I'm going to be lining you up. He's done the same! Oh, he's done the same thing! He did the same thing as Holgado! And that is all she wrote. Wow! Can you believe it? It has truly been the battle of attrition. The last man standing will take the 25 points. Wow, we won't get that finish we desired, but my goodness. What a race this has been. I've got no voice left. This is unbelievable. What an action-packed, filled race. Goodness me. MotoGP 23 is brilliant. I'm having such a good time. So into the right-hand side, we have around 7 corners remaining before we are crowned a 3-time Moto3 victor in a row. I guess it's our 4th victory from winning Valencia in the previous season. But honestly, what a start to the season. Portimao, dominant. Moto3's 2nd race in Argentina, round 2. Another difficult but great battle, which we came out on top. And yet again, we've done the business here. Now, let me be honest with you guys, this is 120% difficulty AI. There's been nothing handed to me in this one. I've worked bloody hard, and this is going to feel amazing. We come across the line as we are victorious yet again. I tried to do the wheelie and I messed it up. But guys and gals, another 25 points for us. So there you are then, guys. Surprisingly, that is your top 3. We did take the 25 points. We did take the victory. But Suzuki sits in 2nd and Holgado finishes in 3rd. What a battle, though. Some really good results there as well from David Munoz and Jose Antonio Rueda. But moving on into the championship standings. 24 points clear from Herrera. We've beaten Suzuki just like Honda asked us to. But most importantly, it's 75 points out of a possible 75. What a start. So then, guys, that's it from me. I'll finish up now by showing you the team's championship. We're still leading the way, but Ricardo Rossi's 4 points and our 75 does mean we lead by a single point ahead of Leopard Racing Honda. But guys, that's it from me. Thank you very much for watching the video. I do hope you enjoyed. If you did, let me know in the comment section down below. And comment attrition if you watched all the way to the end. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to consider joining the pit crew. Thanks for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Ciao for now. Oh, hi. Didn't quite see you there. Good to see you're still here. If this video didn't quite sate your appetite, then why not watch some more DrAce content by clicking the video shown on screen now. Furthermore, if you would like to follow me on social media, you can do so now with the links down in the description. Consider subscribing so you don't miss a single DrAce video.